It is a great joy to be in Lower 9 once again as the city of New Orleans and the state, federal government, the neighbors, community leaders, and folks that have been here from the beginning recommit ourselves to rebuilding the city of New Orleans. I have with us a number of council members. If they're not here, they will be on their way. Councilmember Gray will be with us shortly. We have the chairman of our NOFD Commission, Mr. Roy Glapion, with us. We have a number of folks from the fire department, and I'm thankful that they're all here, being led by Chief Tim McConnell. Deputy Mayor Cedric Grant is with us, Andre Cardigan with FEMA, Rowdy Godet, who is from the state of Louisiana, and we have Miss June Sanchez and Mr. Pete Sanchez Jr., who is the son of Andrew Pete Sanchez, that is the namesake of this building that we're about to consecrate for the second time. And if my memory serves me right, Pete Sanchez was the first African-American department head in the city of New Orleans and ran the Department of Property Management. Am I remembering that right? That's right. I know I'm young, but I got a good memory. And the Sanchez family has been great leaders in the city of New Orleans for a tremendous amount of time. So, Ms. June, we're so thankful to have you here with us today. And Pete, who you guys know is one of our great leaders in the city and continues to help run Zulu, one of the great organizations that we're seeing. They did a great job this year. Pete, thank you so much for being here. As I said, we're here to reaffirm our commitment to the Lower 9th Ward and to the city of New Orleans. Isaac tested us once again, and we came out of that, as I've said, unbowed, unbroken. And today, we're here actually to celebrate. Now, this is the first time this has happened, so y'all don't go get all happy. We're gonna do 4 groundbreakings at once today. And the reason we're doing it is because we have so many of them around the city. We decided to get 4 of them knocked out right away. And so we're going to talk about a couple of things today. The first thing we're doing is celebrating the completion of Phase 1 of the Lower 9th Ward Streetscape Project. You saw it as you come in. Phase 1 was North Claiborne Avenue from Andre Street to Lamont Street. Phase 2 is going to begin in the spring of 2013. It's North Claiborne Avenue towards the Katrina Memorial at Tennessee Street. It's a $1.9 million cost to the project for both Phase 1 and Phase 2, and you can see some of the trappings of it right now. The second thing that we're going to do is we're going to commemorate the groundbreaking of the Andrew P. Sanchez Community Center, which, as I have said, is another example of not just building it back, but building it back better than it was before. And Ms. June and Pete will be able to attest to this. And for all of you that spent time in the Andrew Sanchez Center, what you will see now is going to be bigger and better. In other words, this is going to be built the way it should have been built the first time. That was a great opportunity for this community back then. But again, as we thought about what the 9th Ward needed to look like after Katrina, we decided to do something spectacular. So this will continue to be named after Andrew Pete Sanchez Sr. It will be a $19 million, 65,000 square foot facility. And it is targeted to be opened by the summer of 2014. It will have an indoor pool, basketball court, performance stage, exercise room, music room, facility for arts and crafts, a health center, a senior center, that's for me, and a computer lab. So we are ecstatic about that. The third reason we're here, and this is the reason why we have our great firefighters behind us that do such an incredible job, is because we are doing the groundbreaking for the New Orleans Fire Department's engines number 22 and 39. This will be a $4.1 million, 9,000 square foot station. The new station will be 2 bays, 3 fire truck facility with a maximum of 11 firefighters. It is a state-of-the-art fire protection system. And this will bring us to over $29 million in improvements in that regard as well. The fourth reason why we're here today is to do the groundbreaking of the state of the Lower 9th Ward Recovery Roads Project. Deputy Mayor Grant has been working overtime with FEMA and the state to make sure that the city of New Orleans gets the money it deserves for road repairs, and we have been able to generate $44.9 million new dollars that were not on the drawing board anywhere before we got here, and these will be completed by the fall of 2013. So this is one of four of many milestones that we have already had in the lower Ninth Ward. The recent openings that you have joined us with was the Oliver Bush Playground, which was $2.1 million, the Sam Bonard Playground and Pool, which was another $400,000. We have already made commitments that we will continue to work on, that we will deliver on the Alfred Lawless High School, which is a $32.4 million construction that's going to start in the summer of 2013. We've already completed road projects, the Garden Flood, the Holy Cross Neighborhood, FEMA patching repairs, Pathway to Progress in the amount of about $16 million. This is, Lower 9 has been targeted for the $52 million soft second program, and we have many, many more to come. So as you can see, we are making great progress on the notion that we're going to build it back better than it ever was. It is really important that these infrastructure projects are all part of a community effort to make sure that there's a place and a space for us to be safe, for us to be smart, for us to be happy, and for us to be healthy. And so I am just really thrilled that we have been joined by so many people today. And I really would like, Ms. Sanchez, you wouldn't mind me like calling Pete up to just say a word on behalf of the family? I would be honored. And after that, we'll have the council members. We'll have Timothy McConnell, and then Deputy Mayor Grant. We'll have FEMA, we'll have the state, and then we'll go from there. Please help me welcome Pete Sanchez, Jr.
Good afternoon to Mitch, the mayor, City of New Orleans, to all of our city leaders, and to the community leaders of the Lower Ninth Ward. On behalf of my mother, June Sanchez, my sister, Andrea Escheries, my wife has joined me, Janice. We'd like to take this time to thank all of you for allowing this facility to be rebuilt. When we talk about support for a community, when we talk about infrastructure for a community, we talk about a Sanchez Center and a fire department that has a state-of-the-art facility to take care of this area. Once again, on behalf of our family, we thank you.
We have State Representative Wesley Bishop with us as well, who I'll call up in just a moment. Roy Glapion, who has helped lead our reform efforts with NORD, to speak about the recent improvements in the NORD facilities in the area. Roy.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. All I can say is that, we're talking about buildings, we're talking about construction, but we're also discussing the fact that this is going to have a tremendous impact on our community, on the Lower Ninth Ward, and the children associated with this community. So, yes, it's bricks and mortars, there's no question about it, and thanks to the mayor and his leadership and the administration, we're well on our way to having a world-class city, but it's really about the kids, and I want to thank all of my commission members, everybody that's been involved in this endeavor, as well as our foundation members. So, thank you so much, as well as the Sanchez family that has been close to the Glapion family for quite some time, my fellow Zulu brothers, so thank you.
All right, thank you. Now, our firefighters put themselves in harm's way every day, and we have a great team. And we want to put them in the kind of facilities that they need to help protect us. And so on behalf of the firefighters, I want to call up Chief Tim McConnell.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want to thank everyone for coming out today, and I'd like to say, as the fire department was modernizing in 1924 and moving forward, going from steamer engines pulled by horses, the first firehouse for mechanized fire trucks that were not going to be pulled by horses was built right here in the Lower Ninth Ward on St. Claude Avenue. So as the department moves forward now and modernizes, I'd like to say that I'm very proud that one of the first firehouses that's being built sustainable, that can last in a disaster and hold up to anything that, the things like Katrina that may happen, which we hope will never happen again, obviously. But we need a plan for that as first responders. The first house that's built to withstand that type of destruction is being built here. So in that event, the firehouse will be able to get back up and running immediately to protect the citizens and so people can come back home and feel safe. So thank you very much. We have a lot to be proud of for having this house down here. Thank you, folks.
I'm going to call up State Representative Wesley Bishop, who represents this area, for a couple of comments before I move into the FEMA portion of this. Wesley.
Thank you, Mayor. Very simple. I'm just glad to stand behind this podium one more time in the lower 9th Ward. I've represented this area about the last year or so, and this is probably about the 6th time I've had the chance to stand behind this podium with the councilman and with the mayor to announce another groundbreaking, whether or not it's Lawless High School, the Streetscape project, any of the number of projects that we have. We all know as residents of the lower 9th Ward that it has been far too long that we've been able to stand behind this podium and do these kind of things. But I'm glad to see, particularly in the last year or so, being able to move forward to show the kind of progress and the kind of progress that you will continue to see from this point forward. Just once again, congratulations. It's a great day in the lower 9th Ward, and it's great to be back home. God bless you, and thank you much.
Now listen, Councilman James Gray has been in office 3 months, and this is his 5th groundbreaking since he's been here. So this is a man that's delivering on his promises when he was running. He's really been a great partner and a lot of fun to work with, and I look forward to working with him in years to come. So please help me welcome Councilman James Gray.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is an especially good day because it means so much for the community. But for me personally, it's especially good because I knew the Sanchez family, and I'm very happy that this building that is in Pete Sanchez's honor is being rebuilt. And it's going to be quite a building. Look at the plans, look at the specs. It's going to make a big difference for the community. And if you haven't invested in the lower 9 yet, you're late. You better hurry up. It's good. Things are booming here. Thank you very much.
Councilman, thank you so much. I wanted to just take a moment here just to highlight this point. I don't remember exactly, and I'm sure one of my guys is going to correct me, but I'm betting that the fire station that used to sit over there was about 5,000 square feet or less. Is that about right? This is going to be 9,000 square feet. It's going to be double that. This center that was there before was substantially smaller than this one. The reason we've been able to plus these up, to really kind of get a bigger and better and build it the way it always should have been, is because of the work of the next 3 groups of people. Deputy Mayor Grant oversees a group of individuals that, at my direction, was told, listen, you got to go back and start over. And you got to figure out whether the city of New Orleans got everything it had coming its way. And we got to drill down on it. And as you may recall, back in that time, FEMA was yelling, the city was yelling, the state was yelling, nobody was in the same room. We put everybody in the same room. And Deputy Mayor Grant, with Andre Codigan, who's from FEMA, and Rowdy Gode, who represents GOSEP, have literally met hundreds of times to really make sure the people of New Orleans got everything coming their way and that the United States of America honored its promise to build it back bigger and better before, based on 21st century standards. And that's why we were able to put the nickels together to create the huge investments that are going to help rebuild these neighborhoods, and I could not be more proud of them. So please help me welcome Deputy Mayor Cedric Grant, and then Andre will come up, and then Rowdy after that, and then we'll take questions. Cedric Grant.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. In addition to the charge that the mayor just spoke about that has now produced over 597 meetings with FEMA, they're definitely my new best friends. What I want to do is thank the community, because one of the first things I did when I took office, I was asked to come down and walk this community with the neighbors. And there was the plan then called for the fire station in Sanchez to be in the same place, on the same site. And people said, that doesn't look right. And we walked around and we said, well, what if we did it over here? And this became the first place that we instituted the mayor's strategy for place-based development. So what you see here, you are in a place in New Orleans. You're on the corner of Claiborne and Caffin, and 3 corners of it are being developed, and the median. There's street work that's going to go on all around you that's going to start in April and go through the year. It's going to be, for all that you haven't seen, it's about to get uncomfortable. There's going to be a lot of work here. We ask for your patience as we go through this. Everything that we've said we're going to do is starting now, and we're going to begin to get it done. So you're in this special place that has now produced Oliver Bush, Sam Bonard. We're now about to do Sanchez, fire stations 22 and 39, and the streetscape projects and street and road projects in the lower 9th Ward. So just work with us. I'm sure we'll be getting a lot of phone calls as all this work starts getting done, but we couldn't look forward to them any more than anything that we've done since we've been here. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Andre.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Mayor Landrieu and the city for inviting me here today on behalf of FEMA to take part in today's celebration event. Congratulations to the city on today's groundbreaking, which recognized work in progress to repair streets, construct the Sanchez Community Center, and build a fire station that will serve the community of the Lower Ninth Ward. Today's events mark several major milestones in the city's continued recovery from Hurricane Katrina. Approximately $60 million in FEMA-provided funding will go towards today's projects. This funding is a result of our recovery partnership with the City of New Orleans and with the state of Louisiana, a partnership that has helped rebuild the city of New Orleans since Hurricane Katrina. As the city moves closer to recovery, FEMA remains steadfast in aiding local recovery endeavors that are in turn revitalizing neighborhoods of this city. Again, thank you on behalf of FEMA for inviting me here in today's celebration event. Thank you.
Thank you. On behalf of the state's Office of Community Development, I just want to congratulate this community and recognize this administration. These federal dollars, these community development block grant dollars that are appropriated to the state following Hurricane Katrina are exactly what the mayor said. I'll echo his point. They're intended to rebuild safer, stronger, and smarter. And I commend this administration who recognizes that, sets priorities, and chooses to invest these dollars in worthwhile projects exactly like the Sanchez and certainly this fire department. So thank you all very much, and Mr. Mayor and community, congratulations to all of you.
Roddy, thank you very much. Let me wrap up with these following comments. First of all, as Cedric alluded to, this is what place-based development looks like. It means picking an anchor, and in this case, we picked a school. And then we said, what do you need to do to help build that place? And what are the other kind of assets that are around? And this takes me to my final thanks to all of the community members. I see Patricia back there. Many of you are out there. When we got here, there was a big group of asks, and there was a little bit of money. And there wasn't a lot of coordination. And we said, listen, there's a way to get this done. And there really is a way to make it better. So let's all come together. And this is a perfect example of what it looks like when people from different places that have different ideas, that have different agendas come together and find common ground for the common good. And so I'm thrilled about today's announcements because you can actually see the physical convergence of that idea becoming an anchor. Now it's up to everybody else using this anchor to now have the private sector, the faith-based communities, the not-for-profits to come in and stand on this anchor and use it to branch out. And I think that we're going to see some great success down here on the ground, because this is really where it starts. And at the end of the day, it starts and ends with the people in this neighborhood. Now, I am quite sure that the next round of criticism is going to be there's too much construction and too much congestion, and I can't get where I want to go fast enough. So I'm just asking y'all now, hold up on that. All right? Because it just takes time to get projects done, and there will become inconvenience with great progress. But this inconvenience ought to be, like they say in church, a sweet burden. Right? And so we're on our way, and God willing, we'll get there, and the Lower Ninth Ward will then become a beacon of how great the United States of America can be. So God bless you all.